This is Reginald Guy with another edition of Cerebral King, and welcome to 2026. Now that we've entered into a new year, let's start with a process called reflection. Now, some people may ask, what is reflection? Reflection is simply a process of self evaluation. It's after a conversation or an interaction you had with someone or some group of individuals. You simply look back and you ask yourself, did that go the way I intended it? If it did, you continue applying those principles to your life and your relationships going forward. But if it didn't, you ask yourself, what hindered? What prevented me from having that interaction in the way that I intended? What were my actions? What were the actions of others? And you took those lessons, you apply those lessons, you make adjustments, and you develop your life and your relationship going forward. So, what self reflection does is it allows you to look back, do self evaluations of your own actions and the actions of others, make adjustments, and to continuously improve on your relationships and your life. You can do it weekly, daily, monthly. At the end of the year, you can do that as well. Now, rumination is something different. You don't want to ruminate. What is rumination? Rumination is a process of constantly looking back at past or negative interactions that have been painful. It's things that people have done to you or didn't do for you. It's things that you may have done, should have done, could have done, would have done, or you should have done it differently. And every time you look back at it, it haunts you, it eats at you. It's something that creates pain, but yet you look back at it and unconsciously you are creating a scenario of continuous pain and bitterness and even grudges, building grudges in your life and your relationship. So ruminating only reminds yourself of the past disappointments. It causes you to create grudges. It eats at your soul. It clouds your judgment and your reasoning. It prevents you really from living a healthy life going forward. For 2026, reflect. Don't ruminate. So as you look back at 2025 and you reflect, how did you do? Were you able to grow more in patience, self control, love, and forgiveness? Or are you still holding grudges? Or have you been able to let go of some of those painful situations and circumstances that have haunted you for a long time? If you have, I want to congratulate you. I'm saying this because of an incident that happened with me some time ago. It's two girls that I worked with in an organization, and I thought they were friends. And one day I saw one of them and I asked, "Hi, how are you doing? How is your friend?" And she said to me, "She's not really my friend." I said, "I didn't know that. I really thought you were friends." She says, "No, we work together, but we're not friends." As a matter of fact, she said some nasty things about me. I said, "Really? I didn't know that." And she said, "Imagine she told someone that she's going to pray that I lose my job." Well, in my mind, I said, "That's really nasty." So I asked her, I said, I'm really sorry. I didn't know that. But just out of curiosity, how long ago did that happen?" She said, 6 years ago. But when she said it to me at that time, she said it with the same pain and hurt as if it had happened 5 minutes ago. And I said to myself, I asked myself, why do some people allow other people to live in their heads rent free? Why do some people go to work day after day, year after year in a place that they don't want to be spending time with people who they don't want to be around, holding pain, grudges, resentment, and bitterness for people that they're spending time with? Everyone is different, and this circumstance may have nothing to do with you. But what I do know is that everyone has their own challenges. Maybe you have a boss from hell. Maybe you were passed over for some promotion. Maybe you hate your boss, you hate your organization, you hate your job, you hate your co-workers, you're bitter, you're resentful, you're holding grudges, yet you're going to work at that place every day, day in, day out. Maybe you have a dysfunctional or abusive relationship, and you promised yourself that you'd get out of it in 2025. How's that going? Where are you now? Or maybe you promised to be a little more patient, show a little more restraint and self-control. Maybe you promised yourself to be a better man, woman, husband, father, mother, wife. Maybe you promised to stop drinking, smoking, cheating, gambling. Maybe you said to yourself that you'd start exercising, sleeping better, eating better, treating yourself a little bit better. Or maybe someone you love or you were hospitalized or diagnosed with a serious illness. Maybe you lost someone in 2025. You're still experiencing grief. I don't know what your challenges are. What I do know is that we all have challenges. And every man thinks that his burden is the heaviest. What I do also know is that nothing changes until you do. Some people wait for motivation to do things, but psychology teaches us that action creates motion. Just start doing it, and you'd see you become more and more motivated to do it. Just do it. You'll see how much motivation comes from a little action. Don't try to eat the elephant all at once. Just take one bite. Small beginnings create massive openings and progress. Stop scrolling, pick up that book, read the first line. Before you know it, you'll be at the end of the chapter. Put down that TV remote and put your shoes on. Just start lacing it up one lace at a time. Before you know it, you'll be on that trail walking that half an hour or 45 minutes or 1 hour that you promised that you do every day. Smile when you go into that workplace, that business place, that store, that supermarket. Just smile. Even when that boss or co-worker or that store attendant says something annoying to you, smile. Before you know it, you realize that you're in control of how you feel and that no one can steal your joy because you're in control. Let's face it, only you know what your obstacles are. Only you know what's preventing you from growing and moving from where you are to where you need to be. Your personal growth and development is in your hands because personal growth and development is a door that can only be opened from the inside. So only you can unlock your hidden potential and remove the barriers to your growth and personal development. What I will say is that it is going to require you learning some new set of skills, doing something different. So for 2026, just apply the skill of reflection. Commit yourself to doing something different. Look at your actions, your interactions, see what could have been done differently, make the adjustments, and better your life going forward. Realize that that store attendant, that co-worker, that boss from hell, they might be carrying a burden that's heavier than yours. Or maybe they're just nasty people. Whatever it is, know that you are in control of your life and your destiny. And you're not going to let anyone take control of what you have the control of. Self-reflection is just making adjustments. It's just doing a self-evaluation. Design your life, live your life. Because the only life that is designed for you is the one that you design for yourself and the one that you create for your own destiny. For 2026, apply reflection, make adjustments, and live the life that you know you deserve to live. This is Reginald Guy with another edition of Cerebral King. Thank you.